you can see, we have that great Seattle weather. I am in Mount Vernon, Washington State. Just a little wise way. I'm headed up into Canada. So, see how this goes. Bike looks in good condition. The thing is, the further north you go, the less and less people is. So, I had a full checkup, so everything looks good. So, hopefully everything goes well as I move on. Just a little heebie-jeebies because, well, you know, you never know when you cross a border. You know, everything should be good, but I don't know. Someone said something like, you know, if they just decide to mess with you. Boom! Off! I'm headed north, and north, of course, means if you're in Washington, yes, that's it. I'm headed towards Canada. I've been years thinking about going into Canada with the motorcycle to do some trips because, well, you know, it's a motorcyclist's dream. I mean, the whole Rockies and just British Columbia in its own right is just a place you gotta visit. So that's what I was. I was a little concerned about crossing the border because you do hear horror stories. I've never had one myself, but you do hear horror stories, so you make sure you take a little extra care to make sure that, hey, you got nothing they can really kind of hit you on or anything like that. So I got rid of anything that would be like fruits or vegetables or anything like that. They normally just round fire questions at you and hoping for like some kind of stutter or to trip you up or something. But anyway, and you can't film. That's a big no-no. And I knew that, so I had made sure that my camera wasn't even like in the harness when that happened. Just look at this. British Columbia at its finest. I just have to say, so far, my only complaint is one of my credit cards is basically useless because nobody uses it here. But I still have 2 other credit cards which will be good most of the rest of the trip. Gonna rely on the credit cards rather than cash because I try to avoid exchanging money as much as possible. Right here, just enjoying the view. But I got through just fine, and I got to enjoy British Columbia and just Canada in general. Just kind of like, I think I heard that 80% of Canadian population lives within 100 miles of the U.S. border. So I knew that as I kept going and as I kept pushing, it was going to get desolate. It was going to get desolate quick. The one thing in Canada you do have to concern yourself is money exchange, but pretty much you just get a credit card that doesn't have a fee for an exchange rate or anything like that. It doesn't ding you with like an extra 2 or 3% for exchanging between the currencies, and you'll just be cool. For the most part, MasterCard, American Express, Visa are your kind of go-tos. I have a Discover, and that is not accepted. Enter. Discover a place that takes it. It's kind of be more the attribute there. Oh, it's hard not to stop more often. I mean, but there's really not much to say because this area, all it really is from historical markers are people who explored the area or stuff about the Native Americans who used to live here. Or there's a couple reservations, so they still live here. But yeah, that's all there is, like history-wise. But actually, as regular it is, it's just gorgeous to ride through. Yeah, and the thing about Canada is just, as long as you've got your conversion for like American dollars to Canadian dollars, it's pretty easy. You know, as long as you're set with that, other than that, it's pretty much the United States. But it's hard because there's not a whole lot here, like history-wise, or like even entertainment-wise. It's just mostly just openness. This is just all about nature. Even their national parks, even their parks, you know, they don't have a whole lot to them, but they're just amazingly spectacular. So you just kind of have to sit back and just ride and enjoy it and just love it. Here we are at, how about this? McLeese Lake. Ah. This is one of these sleepy little towns that's in British Columbia. I mean, you can stop all the time.
I'm really more stopping to kind of get a weather report because I'm headed into some clouds. But I can take a moment of zen.
But this is my first start through Canada. I'm still headed north, and I got a long way to go. Yep. Keep on pushing.